Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, everybody, to Chronicles by Fleisch, the 1998 version. This is World Championship Wrestling, and I am your host, Brad Drake. It is Friday night in the game world, first week of March 1998, and that means it's time to film 4 episodes of WCW Main Event. Now, in real life, Main Event got canceled when Thunder came on the air. So it ended in January of 1998, but we kept it around. We've changed it over to a half-hour show, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 6 matches and a promo out of the show. So we are running in the Mid-South region, and we're going to be using local talent instead of our usual enhancement talents that we keep on payroll with us. So you're going to see very similar wrestlers are used for each episode, which is very common to what WCW used to do for these shows. So we are at the Convocation Center in San Antonio, Texas. We should be able to get a crowd of about 4,500 out for this show. And we're going to go ahead and record 1 episode here, and we'll see if we got time to run 2. If we do, we'll go ahead and do it. But I like doing these. These are short, quick, easy shows to run. The important thing is to keep in mind we're using 1 road agent and we're using 1 referee, and this is our way to keep costs down, or at least I think it's the way we keep costs down. So for this episode, we're going to see Craig Whitford in there against Hector Garza. We're going to see Reggie Fine against Alex Wright. The Glassman is going to face beautiful Bobby Eaton. Eli the Eliminator and Tony Falk will face the young up-and-coming tag team of High Voltage. We're going to see a Macho Man Randy Savage promo, followed up by the bout between Buddy Lee Parker and Macho Man Randy Savage in our main event, everybody. So with that said, let's get to booking. That's right, here we are, back to the booking screen. Whitford versus Garza. Now, I have been called insane for bringing this many television shows. That's right, we won 6 television shows in my WCW save. I've been called insane for doing all of that and all of the touring events that I do. And that's okay. You can call me insane. No problem at all. I'm insanely awesome at playing TEW. That's debatable. A lot of people don't like the way I play TEW, and that's just fine with me. So here we go. Arn Anderson going to work as our road agent. Mark Curtis is going to be our referee, and Hector Garza is going to get the victory here, everybody, to keep his winning ways afloat. Up next, like I said, I enjoy doing these matches like this. Very simple, to the point, good stuff. Up next here we have Reggie Fine against Alex Wright. Alex Wright is going to pick up the win here. So here is Reggie B. Fine And that was his name, everybody. Reggie be fine. And he's taking on young Alex Wright here. A lot of potential with this Alex Wright. Okay, Mark Curtis is going to be our referee. Arn Anderson is going to be our road agent. Alex Wright is going to be our victor. Check out Alex Wright's record for right now. 7-2, so he's doing pretty well. He had a win on Thunder a couple weeks ago against Hector Garza. And he's been working all the B shows, racking up wins. So good stuff here, everybody. All right, Alex Wright with another win here. Up next, the Glassman and Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton's going to get himself a victory here. Well deserved. And here we go, Glassman versus Bobby Eaton. I believe the Glassman was a long time enhancement talent for Mid-South / UWF. Hence why he's in the Mid-South region. So here's the Glassman. And here he is against beautiful Bobby Eaton. And Bobby Eaton with the W. Real life Bobby Eaton was being used a lot as enhancement talent. But I've been watching a bunch of old pro and worldwide and shows like that. And he is still getting a lot of wins on the B shows. So here we go. Eli the Eliminator and Tony Falk against High Voltage. Another 5-minute bout here. Going to be an enhancement style bout. So Eli and Falk versus High Voltage. Eli the Eliminator, of course, went under several names. And that includes his stint as the World Warriors with Sam DeCero, where he was Mad Max, I believe, because DeCero was Super Max. He had a long career. John, I can't think of his last name right now, but he was around for a long time. And about 6 months ago, he did a podcast on Dave Dynasty's show with Sam DeCero and their manager, Saul Kretschmann. So good stuff, everybody. Mark Curtis, the referee. Arn Anderson is our road agent for this one. Kenny Chaos with the W here, and High Voltage racks themselves up a win. All right, the Macho Man here. He's going to cut a 6-minute promo. And I think Lee Marshall's our man holding the stick, and he is. So Randy Savage cuts a promo. Lee Marshall is our stick man. And here is Randy Savage. And of course, he's talking about Sting. If you watch the old shows, this was pretty cool that they actually did have big time promos on these small shows. You know, they had the TV time and they took advantage of it, and it was good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Here we go, Parker versus Savage. I think I've said before that I would actually record all of those on VHS and watch them all. And believe it or not too long ago, I recovered a lot of old VHS tapes that I had, and I may start going through them and seeing what's on them. All right, here is Macho Man Randy Savage. Referee is Mark Curtis. Road agent is Arn Anderson. And yes, I did put that level of detail into it that every show has an assignment like that. All right, and of course, the Macho Man is going to get the win here, everybody. And this one is booked. And we got to cut 5 minutes. Where did we go wrong here? I guess we're going to have to cut a whole match off here. It's about the only way we're going to make this happen. But how did we already do this with Pro? I know how we did it, because we cut all these down to 3-minute bouts. That's why. Which makes total sense. So there you go, 3, 3, 3. And there we go. Yep, that's how it worked out for us. 3, 3, 3. So we'll go ahead and make note of this for the rest of these shows, so that way we don't make the same mistake again. That's how you do it, everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and start, and let's see how we do here. All right, Whitford against Garza. Red text the doom all over the place here. 24 for this one. Alex, right? And Reggie be fine. Get a 16. Again, red text of doom, but we do have some green. That's good stuff. All right, up next here with the Glassman and Bobby Eaton. They get a whopping 26. Bobby Eaton gets the win with that Alabama jam. Red text the doom here, and it's got to be on the part of Glassman. Bobby Eaton's well known in this area. All right, up next here, high voltage against Eli the Eliminator at Tony Falk. We get big time red text the doom here in a whopping 16. Ouch! All right, Macho Man with an 87 promo. Outstanding. And here comes our main event. Nice 71 match here. Savage over Buddy Lee Parker. Good stuff. I'll take it. Overall, we get a 70. That's outstanding for a small B show like this. And frankly, that would have been super entertaining to watch. All right, let's do another one just for the heck of it. This will help kill time while the other video that we just recorded previously uploads. It takes a while. I don't have the fastest of internet. All right, Reggie be fine is going to be in there against Prince Iaukea. Tony Falk against Ernest the Cat Miller. Craig Whitford is going to battle Paul Roma. Eli the Eliminator is climbing in there against Big Scott Norton. We're going to see a Steiner Brothers promo in our main event, everybody. Len Denton and Norman Smiley will face the World Tag Team Champions, the Steiner Brothers. All right, Reggie Fine is going to battle Prince Iaukea. And 3-minute bout here. We make sure that's an enhancement bout. Here is Reggie Fine. Reggie be fine. And here is the Prince. Does anybody know, was he actually related to Curtis Iaukea? Or any of them? If you know, let me know. All right, Fine versus Iaukea. We're going to use our alternate referee here, which is going to be Nick Patrick. So we have Nick Patrick and Arn Anderson representing here. All right, up next here, we have Tony Falk against Ernest Miller. We are slowly but surely building up Ernest Miller, but it's not easy to build him up because he's not very good in the ring. All right, here we go, Nick Patrick and Arn Anderson. Here's Tony Falk. Very good in-ring talent, Tony Falk was. And of course, he is facing Ernest the Cat Miller. And he's a good guy to do the favor for Ernest Miller, because a guy like Tony Falk would be able to make Ernest Miller look good and hide his flaws. All right, so that one is booked. Miller with the victory. Let me double check. Yes, we're good. All right, up next here, another 3-minute bout as we have Whitford against Paul Roma. That's right. For those of you that might be just tuning into this one and not paying attention to prior episodes, we brought back Paul Roma. So we have Whitford versus Roma. And we are going to have Nick Patrick and Arn Anderson. So here we go. Craig Whitford he was another one that did a lot of enhancement work for Mid-South and also the World Wrestling Federation. Of course, his opponent is Paul Roma, who even at this stage of his career still looked good and was good in the ring. Paul Roma just had a hard time getting along with people. That happens in wrestling. All right, up next here we have Eli against Scott Norton, and they're going to go 5. This one is also enhancement, so here we go. Eli, the Eliminator versus Norton. I can't remember Eli's real last name. John something. Very good interview, though, with Dave Dynasty. Make sure to check it out. Dave Dynasty is a friend of mine and also a board member of Wrestling Fans International Association. All right, here's Nick Patrick. Here's Arn Anderson and Scott Norton with the W. All right, that one is in the books. Up next, Steiner Brothers promo. Lee Marshall's going to be holding the stick for them. Steiner Brothers cut a promo. That almost spelled something else there, and that wouldn't have been good. There's Lee Marshall. Here's Ted DiBiase. Here's Rick Steiner. And here is Scotty Steiner. Of course, they're talking about Booker T and Stevie Ray, who they are currently engaged in a feud with over the World Tag Team title. So we can have Teddy. Oh, Teddy's on screen. We have Teddy talk, Rick talk, Scotty talk, Booker T off screen, Stevie Ray off screen. Arn Anderson is our road agent. That one's good. This brings us now to our main event, and our main event's going to be Denton and Smiley versus the Steiner brothers. And there's no reason to have the tag belts on the line here. So here we go. Len Denton, Norman Smiley against the Steiner brothers. Outside of the TV title, I don't think any titles would have really been defended on these B shows. And here I put the title up there for defense. All right, here's Nick Patrick, here's Arn Anderson, and we're going to have Rick Steiner get the victory for his team here. Yes, I know, it's not on the line. All right, we're all set here. Let's give this one a rip and see how she does. All right, Reggie Be Fine and Prince Iaukea, they get a whopping 19. Falk and Miller get a 19. All right, this one actually gets green across the board. Craig Whitford in there against Paul Roma. Roma gets the win with that missile dropkick. Good stuff. Scott Norton beats Eli the Eliminator with that brainbuster. Eli was a big dude. He was a big dude, but Norton was very large, and I could still see Norton pulling off that brainbuster. Here we go for our promo. We get a nice 72 score. Good stuff. Excellent. Ted DiBiase did the work here, it looks like. Good stuff. Up next, here comes our main event. And shockingly, we get a 71 here. That's good stuff. Didn't expect this at all for this show. And that gives us a 68 overall. Not bad for a cheesy squash match B show. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us for this episode. I doubt we're going to do another episode that's going to show off these next two tapings. You probably don't really care to see that either. But we'll move on and record something else next. All right. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know what you think of the channel and how you found it. Let us know how you came across this channel of ours. We're happy to hear from you. For those of you that are looking for more, you can find it over on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, everybody, you'll get access to all of our spreadsheets. You'll get access to the 1987 Supermod. You'll get access to all of our shows early and ad-free and so much more. Check it out today, everybody, for the price of a cup of coffee. That's patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Don't forget to check us out on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987 Supermod, and activate your free membership today. Head on over to thewfia.org and join Wrestling Fans International Association. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.